注文は以上だな。二度とこの店に立ち入らないと誓え。あんたの舌を満足させる品を出せたらな。勝負だ。はい、肉類を一つ残らず潰しました。
お題はジューシーな肉料理よ。ろくな食材もなしに一体何を。
なぜだ。どうしてこんな立派な。
Why?
How did she?
Such a perfect.
ローストポークが。
お答えするよ。これはジャガイモに明日の朝飯用の厚切りベーコンを巻いたなんちゃってローストポークだ。
So this was all Gavin's idea. Right, Gavin?
Yeah.
Are you happy that I made your idea?
Oh, I can get a lot more ideas now.
Well, make them so that we actually have like decent proportions and stuff that I can figure out.
Alright, literally the next dish that he makes to get into the school, whatever. You can do that.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I did as far as the recipe goes. I tried to follow a recipe that was online, but it didn't seem to work. So what I did was I preheated the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and I peeled and boiled and mashed russet potatoes, 6 of them, which apparently was too many because I had extra, and this was way too much. So I'm going to guess maybe 4 really big russets would be a better idea. I did about 1 yellow onion diced and a handful of white mushrooms. They were already pre-cut, so I just diced them up a little bit smaller. And you saute the onions and the mushrooms together with a little bit of olive oil. I put about a tablespoon of olive oil in it. And then when the potatoes are mashed, I mashed them thick so that I knew that they would stick together and not creamy so that they would fall apart. So yes, I used butter and milk in it. That was not in the recipe. And then I made a ball of the mashed potatoes and I wrapped them in aluminum foil and put them in the fridge while I prepped the bacon, just so that the potatoes would cool down a little bit. And then I prepped the bacon, as you saw, and then I put the potatoes on there and wrapped them up. And when you tie it up with the twine, you put the rosemary sprigs on top in the twine. And I put it on a drip tray in a roasting pan, actually, which could be why the bacon probably didn't cook as well. Maybe I could have put it on like a cookie sheet or something instead. Well, I can try that if I ever do it again. and see if it makes a difference. And that was baked for 35 minutes. And then I turned up the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and baked for another 10 to 15 minutes. And in the meantime, while it was baking, I reduced 1 cup of red wine with 1 tablespoon of butter and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And to reduce wine, it takes about 1 to 3 minutes of boiling, like a good boil, which is really hard to get it to. And it didn't really start boiling until I put the butter in it, so that might be a tip right there. So it didn't, you can't make it exactly the way the anime does it. It doesn't look exactly the way the anime does it.
You especially can't cut potatoes the way he does.
No, you cannot. That's dangerous. In the recipes that I found online, either they didn't describe it very well, or it didn't give me the amount of ingredients, or some of them didn't even mash their potatoes. Like literally they just had hard potatoes they just stuck together. I think mashing it was a lot better with the milk and the butter. It kind of softened it, and then it absorbed all the flavor a little better, in my opinion.
If these potatoes weren't mashed, I think this would be a horrible dish.
Yeah.
Like having to eat
It would be, like,
unmashed
really
potatoes
tough.
wrapped in bacon. That would just be weird.
So the potatoes, when you go to make the ball of the potatoes, you're going to mix in those sautéed mushrooms and onions, by the way. That I think I showed that. They didn't show that in the anime either. So that's just how I made it.
Didn't we refrigerate the potatoes for a little bit?
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Yep. So, are you happy with it?
It's good.
I wish the bacon was crispier, but I think it's good. I think it's a really good flavor. I mean, this is probably a really good mashed potato in my opinion. I've never put mushrooms and onions in my potatoes before.
Or red wine.
Yeah, or red wine reduction. So basically it's a bacon wrapped potato loaf with a red wine reduction. But on the anime, they call it
Gotcha pork roast.
Gotcha pork roast. So, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for some outtake clips, and I will have the instructions in the description below. I don't have a white headband, but I have a stained shirt. I need a white headband.
Faye, what did you do to my shirt?
Nothing.
Where'd you get that headband?
Nowhere. Should that be faster? I can speed it up.
It's kind of like an instant thing. Just the way it looked, it had like a little startup.
That doesn't wrap all the way around. Oh no!
It doesn't.
Okay. Show off my butt here. I don't like this.
This is your idea.
I can't tie behind my back.
Just...
Blow in the wind. Blow. That's anime.
You look like Captain Marvel.
I do. Yeah, maybe. Is that good, or is that too much in my face?
It's in your face, dude.
Can't. It's too long.
At least it's flying.
It's flying. You have to get closer to the fan. Oh yeah, upward. There you go. It's because I'm not an anime character. I can't just magically make the peels disappear. I'm gonna just roll the potatoes across.
Just roll them. If they land on the floor, it's fine.
Ready?
Yep.
Did that look okay? Yeah.
I mean, go. Go, and I'll see.
Yeah, really good.
No, just get back over here.
Yeah.
You have to look surprised, like.
Feed it out.
Just blow in it.
This is what I get for accuracy.
Oh no, it's gotta look like something wooden stabbing it.
Alright, so the realistic part of it is it kind of fell apart. Especially when you pour the sauce on top of it, it just falls apart. And it doesn't really look like the bacon is cooked underneath. And I had this thing in the oven for an hour. So, I don't know.
I keep waiting.